Hey, you from Hawaii, yeah? So how do you know if someone is from Hawaii? I noticed that Hawaii people tend to get around, and it's always nice to see them in some interesting and unusual places. I went to college in Colorado, and sometimes I'd see someone and kind of think to myself, hey, they're from Hawaii or what? But I would be too embarrassed to go chase them down and ask. Or when I visit Japan, and you can kind of tell the Hawaii people out in the crowd, even if they're Japanese. So why is it so important to know if someone is from Hawaii? And I think on the surface level, it's not that important, or if you're not from Hawaii, it may seem like it's not that big a deal. But I think that this desire or interest to know whether someone is from Hawaii or not reveals a lot about Hawaii's culture, which is pretty unique and interesting. I don't know any other place in the world where two people can bond so much just because they're from the same place. You could be two complete strangers, but if you find out someone is from Hawaii, instant friends. Hey, you from Hawaii? Oh, brother. If you've never left Hawaii, it's hard to understand the absence of locals because Hawaii people are everywhere. Hey, hurry up. Get so much traffic. Hey, hurry up. How long I gotta stand in the line? Oh, hurry up already. I like eat. But if you go away to the mainland or another country, you might start to miss Hawaii, and I found that, at least by talking with someone else from Hawaii, it can remind me of home. I could be standing in a blizzard, freezing cold, but if I'm talking with someone from Hawaii, it's like I'm on the beach talking to a friend. And it's a really strong bond. It's like, hey, you from Hawaii? Yeah? You from Hawaii? Yeah? Hey! And that's just with complete strangers. So I think it's important for local people to know whether someone is from Hawaii. So I was thinking, how could you tell if someone is from Hawaii without just straight up asking them if they're from Hawaii? There's nothing wrong with asking, but sometimes I'm kind of embarrassed. Oh, I like no, but stay shame. So I came up with a little 3-point test that'll pretty much tell you if someone is from Hawaii or not. By the way, I don't think you can pass yourself off as being from Hawaii just because you know these things. Locals can kind of tell. Hey, yeah, no, brother, we can tell. The first thing is to obviously pay attention to their vocabulary. If someone is using pidgin English, they are definitely from Hawaii. Oh, brother, food at the time was so ono, can't wait for comeback. Sometimes it's more subtle than that. It's the one-word vocabulary words that you really gotta pay attention to. So here are some examples. Ho! Ho is like an exclamation similar to the word wow. Oh, you wouldn't see that car. Shoots. Shoots means okay. Hey, let go. Shoots, we go. Brah. Brah is sort of like brother, but I think nowadays it's sort of like a general expression. Brah, I know can see. Stay dark. And my favorite one, hui! This one is good for outside, like in crowds. All you gotta do is just give a hui, and then see who turns around. The second way to know if someone is from Hawaii is to ask them where they graduated from. Hey, where you in grad? What school you grad? To an outsider, this is a seemingly innocent question. Where did you go to school? But in Hawaii, it's a big deal. If you answer this question correctly, you may be talking about friends and family that each of you might know. Hey, where are you in grad? Hey, you know my cousin Kimo, he in grad 2008. For this question, if you give any answer other than a local high school, you're not from Hawaii, because in Hawaii, we don't want to know about what college you went to, we want to know what high school you went to. In a future video, I might talk about why I think it's so important to know what high school someone graduated from, but for now, just know that it's really important. And this is something that I had to adjust to when I came back to Hawaii, because on the mainland, nobody cared what high school I went to. So when I came back to Hawaii, I had to make sure that I said my high school instead of my college. And the third and probably most surefire way to know if someone is from Hawaii is to ask them, hey, what you call this? If they say slippers, they're from Hawaii. If they say rubber slippers, they're definitely from Hawaii. If they say flip-flops, they are not from Hawaii. It's so strange that only in Hawaii do we call these slippers. For the rest of the world, slippers are what you wear in the house, and flip-flops are what you wear to the beach. But I found that this is the quickest way to know whether someone is from Hawaii. Let me just say that for visitors who call them flip-flops, I really don't mind. I get it, that's what they're called. But I know that there's some local people who kind of cringe when they hear flip-flops, so just be aware. If you're interested in more videos about Hawaii, I have a few playlists that you might find fun and interesting. And if you have any questions about Hawaii, I'd love to try to answer them in a future video. Thanks for watching, and aloha.